Hi guys. I wanted to take an opportunity to talk to you a little bit about singing. And we do this every year, but this year's so different. Everything is new and strange, and that tends to make us all feel a little uncomfortable. Um, but we're going to do the best that we can, and we're going to adjust the best that we can. I want to talk to you a little bit about being fearless in choir, and for that matter in life, and being brave. Um, I know that the voice is a very personal thing for all of us, and it's hard for us to sing in front of others, and it's hard for us because we're afraid of acceptance, we're afraid of failure, and I really take a lot of pride in building our confidence as a choir and how it's important for us to have a safe place in choir, for us to take risks, for us to make mistakes. It's going to be a little bit harder for us to navigate those waters being virtual. So I hope that you'll listen to this message, me talking to you about this, because this is something that it's very, very important to us. It's important in life. It's important in our singing. It's not in choir, it's not something that we look at putting people on the spot or making you sing by yourself or sing solos when you don't want to. But we do need to make sure that we're singing and contributing. Some of us are very, very quiet when we sing because we're very shy or because we don't want other people to hear us because we might make a mistake. But we need to be brave and confident in our voices, and we need to be fearless. And some of this that I wanted to talk to you about before, it came up in a session that I attended or listened to with another another wonderful choir director. Her name was Dr. Elise Hecker, and she used to teach at Emory and Henry. She used to be the choir director there. And she has since moved on. She is now teaching and leading choirs at St. Olaus, which is a huge choir school out west. But she talked to us and she talked to the students about making mistakes. And at some point, in our lives, we have become more comfortable with doing what's comfortable, like making the choice that it's better not to try something than risk failing. And I would like us to move beyond that. I think in life, a lot of times we need to move beyond that. Sometimes it's easier to do things when we know we're going to be successful. But in choir, we need to have a culture where it's okay to make mistakes so that we learn from them, so that we get productive criticism back, so that we can, not criticism as in we're criticizing you, but as in critique, so that we can get better at what we do. My job is to teach you how to be better at singing and to enjoy singing. And that's what I want you to get out of this choir class. But I want you to know that we need to be comfortable with making mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. In life, in choir, in teaching. And we need to be able to joyfully admit when we make those mistakes. And we need to have fearlessness. And fearlessness means that there's going to make mistakes. Making mistakes, they can help us prioritize things. It can teach us to value forgiveness. It can serve as a warning, or it can encourage improvement. And when we grow in life or grow as musicians, we will grow, and then we'll hit a plateau. And it'll seem like we're not going anywhere, but keeping working and keeping on and trying and making mistakes, that helps us to learn and grow some more. So I think it's important to realize that we're going to mess up, but we're not going to give up. So I want you to say that. We're going to mess up, but we're not going to give up. And that we're going to value bravery over perfection. Yes, we want to get better as musicians and as a choir and as we sing together, but we want to be brave, okay? We want to be fearless. Making mistakes, that's okay in our singing. And I know we want to guard our voices, but at the same time, we're here to share them with each other, okay? So we're going to be brave even when we're certain, or even when we're not certain, that whether we'll be successful or not. So we're going to be brave even if you're certain you won't be successful, okay? So I want you to think about being brave as our mantra for choir this year. So that if I ask you to send me a video, maybe not of yourself, but just a recording of you singing so that I can help you. I want you to be brave in that. I want you to think about how we can be brave and know that this is not a gotcha. It's about improving and getting better. So I want us to be brave. I want us to be fearless. And I want you to think about a couple of things in this video. And before we go on to other videos on singing, I want you to think about what you can do to be brave this school year. Because last week was not a great week for a lot of us because we were just frustrated and overwhelmed. And I know you are too. So what can we do to be brave this school year? And then second thing is I want you to think about how you can be brave in choir, how you can be brave in singing in your choir, in our choir, and what we can do to make us better and how we can be fearless. So think about those two things, being brave this school year and being brave in singing and what that means. And I want you to think about that as we start learning virtually more about singing and just trying new things this year. Thanks for listening.